Yeah, my name is Femi, and in this tutorial, I'm going to be explaining the basic concepts and installation of Django. And I'm going to be using a app that I built from scratch, did everything from scratch, and to show you how to go about the installation of Django. And so let's get started. So first and foremost, I want to show you the project that I've done. Okay, here is the project. Okay, so first thing I want to do is to run my server, my development server. So I'm going to type python manage.py run server. Okay, so this is what I have. Just want to show you the overall project. Okay, so this is what we are having here. So I have the home, the room, the login. I have hotel management. This is just the basic template I designed myself using Bootstrap. Okay, so we have a slider here. So search, just basic something. Then we have our room. Okay, and then we have some of the services offered by the hotel. Okay, so we can actually register. This is where we can register. Okay, for instance, let's say can actually register. Say we have a user called Karim. Okay, so let's say we have an email. Okay, let me make it karim@gmail.com. Let's say MacBook. Okay, let's call it MacBook. Okay, let's give it a password of Karim. Okay, let me just go back. Let's give it Karim 1 2 3 4 5 6. Okay, so let's confirm our password. Karim 1 2 3 4 5 6. So to create a user, so we click on this button, register a user. Okay, so we have our user registered now, and you can see that we have some new features on the nav bar. Now we can see the name here. We can actually click here to log out, and this user can actually make payments. Okay, unlike when you are not logged in. If I click on log out now, okay, it takes me here. When I click on home, this is what I have. So for me to proceed to making payments on my rooms that I want, I need to create an account. If I have an account before, for me, let's say Femi, I have Femi, my password here, I log in, I'm in already, so I can actually proceed to making payments. So I can click on the payment now, and it brings me here, so I can put my name, fill my details here, my email, then amounts. Okay, I have 45,000. I can click pay. So once you click on pay, it brings you here where you can pick your choices. You have choices of card, bank, and USSD. Okay, so this is what we are going to be building in this tutorial, and I'm going to start from opening our terminal. Let's get to our terminal. Okay, on Mac, let me search for terminal here. Okay, so these are terminal, and let me just close it, just start afresh. Okay, so I have my terminal here. Just want to show you guys. Okay, so now the first thing is to change directory. I mean to seed into my desktop directory. Seed into my desktop. Okay, so let me minimize this. Okay, minimize this. So seed into my desktop and ls. So we can have a list of the things we have in our desktop. Okay, so the first thing I want to do is to make a directory. So let's call it hotel. Okay, hotel system. Okay, so so what it's saying is I have an existing folder named hotel system. So let's just call it hotels management. Okay, let's make it hotel management. Okay, sorry, so I have to make mkdir hotels. Okay, hotels management. Okay, so we have our folder created. And how do we know our folder is created? We can seed in into that folder. Let's write our hotels management here. Okay, so let's seed in into our hotel management. Okay, seed in into our hotel management. Let me just copy it here. Let's copy out. Okay, it's hostel. Sorry, I actually typed hostel. Okay, so hostel, right? So how do you know that you are there? So you can ls. Okay, you can see that the folder is empty now. Okay, so on our desktop, we can see that we have the folder created here. So the first thing I want to do here is to create my virtual environment. And to create my virtual environment, we say Python 3 mvmv, call it whatever name you want. I call it my mv virtual environment. Have it there. Okay, so we're going to give it some time. Okay, so it's fetching from online. Okay, so I want to believe that we have our virtual environment created now. And how do we know? We can say ls. Okay, we can see my env, so I can seed in, change directly to my env. Okay, so I can also do ls now. You can see we have so many files or folders inside the virtual environment created, bin, include, libs, and this. Okay, so the first thing I want to do here is to activate my virtual environment, and to do that, I'm just going to write source bin /activates. Okay, so yeah, and doing this actually changed something. So you can see that we have parentheses around the name of my virtual environment now. So that's a sign that the virtual environment is activated. And another very important thing we have to do is we are creating the virtual environment to install our Django app and every other dependencies and everything that we're going to need inside. So that's the essence of having the virtual environment. Okay, so we have an environment where all our dependencies and everything that we are going to need is right there. Okay, so I'm going to change back directory. I want to be at the root level. Okay, so I'm changing back. So I have, let's cd now. So I have my virtual environment. Okay, so I can start with my Django now. So let's install our Django app. So to install our Django app, we say pip3 install Django. Okay, this is how we go about it. So we are going to install Django. Okay. Okay, our Django is on his way now. Looking on our Django. Okay, so our Django is fully installed now. And then how do we know that our Django is installed? We can actually check by running Django-admin. Okay, Django-admin. Okay, let's see this. Okay, so yeah, this shows our Django is installed. We have our Django here installed. Okay, so let's check ls. Okay, so there. So the next thing we want to do is to install our Django app, our Django project. Okay, and to go about installing our Django project, what we are going to do now is to run our Django app. So we're going to do Django-admin start project. This is how we're going to do it. Start project. Let me expand this a little. Start project. Where's this? Okay, so we have, let me just start from the beginning now. So to install our Django app now project, so we have Django/admin. Okay, starts project. Okay, start project. Okay, so give it a name. So let's call it hotel. Okay, let's give it a name. Then I love to put dots so that it stays in the root directory. I don't want to have a folder inside another folder. So start with a dot. Okay, so let's enter. Okay, so I believe our app, our Django project is created. So let's check ls. So we have our projects, our app. This is our app. This is the hotel. Okay, so the next thing we're going to do is to create an app. Python manage.py. Let's call it start project, start app. Sorry. So when we are creating an app, we have to run Python manage.py start app. So the name of the app, the first one we're going to do is user. Okay, so we have this, and then we have another app we are going to need, that is Python manage.py start app. I'm calling it booking. Okay, so enter. Okay, so to check if our app is fully installed, we are going to run adjust to ls. Okay, so we can see we have our booking. These are apps. Okay, we have booking app, hotel, we have our user. Okay, so I can kickstart my development server by running Python manage.py run server. Okay, to kickstart my development server. Okay, so here we go. So we have our development server is at our port. So I'm going to copy this and put it in my browser, and for you guys to see it. And okay, so let me close this for now. Okay, so let's put it here, paste here. Wow, I think there's an interference here. Let me stop this. I'm going to stop this. Let me stop this. So Ctrl C. Okay, so I'm going to stop this for now. So let me try again now. So let's go. Paste. Oh wow, what's happening here? What's happening here? Okay, let's go back to our terminal. Okay, this is what we have here, our development server. Okay, the port is already in use. Oh wow, I didn't see that. So what I'm going to do is to use another port, and the way I do this is to Python manage.py run server. Let's use 80. Okay, so or let me just use, okay, let me use 60. Okay, wow, so we are good to go now. So our development server is running at this spot, and then we can go to our browser and then paste it here, and here we go. So our Django app is fully installed, and the next step is we're going to move into our test editor to actually see the folder structure of this project. Okay, so I'll go to my Visual Studio. Okay, so I'm going to click on a new window. Actually wants a new window, and then from here I navigate to open. Okay, so you discover that you see that my app is actually my desktop. So on my desktop I have what do I have now? What do we call it? Hostel management. Okay, this is it. Okay, so I'm going to click open here. Okay, so this is what we have. Okay, so let me minimize this, and okay, and let me just minimize this, and let me stop this or close this for now so that I can use the terminal here. Okay, so let me start the development server once again. Okay, so you have to make sure that your virtual environment is activated whenever you're working. Okay, so let me run Python manage.py run server. So let me use another port now. So let me use 70. Okay, so okay, as we can see, I can actually click the command here, command plus key plus click. So this is what I have here. So we can see our Django app is still running. Okay, so the next thing we're going to do now is to show you the folder structure and the arrangement. Okay, so the first thing I like to do when I'm working on my Django project is to this is our project first. This is a Django project. In the project, we have the settings, the URLs, and the rest. Okay, so the business, we are dealing most especially with the settings and the URL. Okay, so that's why we don't have business with the others for now. Okay, so these are apps. In the apps, we have admin, app, model, test, views. Okay, in this, I'm going to create what is called URL here. Okay, let me create a new file called urls.py. It's very important. Okay, that's our routing. Here on the user, so I'm going to do the same here. I'm going to create my urls.py. Okay, so now that we've done that, so the first thing, one of the most basic things that you have to do is your app is the only one running. So your project, this Django major project is the one running. So for you to use the app, you have to register the app. Okay, you have to come to the project here and register it in your settings. So we come to our settings under the installed app. We can actually register. So we go with the name, booking, command. Okay, the next one is user. Okay, so we save this. And after we are done, then we can go to our URLs. Now, in our URLs is to create that part. Okay, so one of the things we need to do here is to put include here. Okay, include. Okay, so once we are done, we can come here. I'm just going to duplicating this, and then make some edits. Okay, so this is what we're going to have here. Let me create something empty here. Okay, so this is the first parameter is empty. Okay, and then I'm going to put include brackets. Okay, quote here. What's the name of a app? We have booking.urls. Okay, so I'm actually going to start here. Let me put booking slash. The slash is very important, and you have to make sure that you pay attention to making sure that the slash is there. Okay, so the next thing I'm also going to duplicate, since we have two apps, so I'm going to call this for the user. The user is going to have everything, the basic, everything it's going to include everything we are going to be working on. So I'm going to come here and call it users. So we have users. Okay, is it user? Okay, so I have user. Okay, so yeah, everything is set now. So we don't have any business with this for now. I don't have any business with this for now. So the next thing is to go to my users. So let's go to my user. I've created the URLs. So I'm going to come to my view. Now, the essence of the view is the view contains the business logic. Okay, so your form, your models is connected to your view. I mean, that's where you write the actual code. That contains the business logic of your code or of your development. Okay, so that's where you have your view. So okay, so you know when we look at it, we can look at it from, you go to the site, you type in the URL. So from the URL, move to the view. Okay, so you can actually, from your models, you store things in your models. You understand the models represent, there are different things that you can actually put in your models, okay, that are actually now saved in the database. Okay, so but I just want to give a short explanation about views. Okay, so the view is the business logic. Okay, this is where we write our code. Okay, and I'm going to run a simple we are going to see something very fast here, and just to show us a couple of things, so just to display something on the screen. So I'm going to start with def. This is a function now. Def, let me call it home. Love to call it home page. Okay, I have requests. Okay, now so taking in a parameter request, so I'm going to return render. Sorry for that, return render. The first parameter is going to be request. Okay, so I have to reference an HTML there, so I'm going to create that later. So I'm going to do user slash let's just give it any name. So let's call it home.html. Right, okay, so yeah, okay, so let's save here. And okay, so this is what we have here. Let me go to my users. Let me create a template here. So the convention is to create a templates, okay, and inside your template you create another folder. You name it the name of your app. You call it user. Then here you have what is called another file. So I'm going to have my home.html. Okay, so these basic things. So let me just run h1 hello, my name is Femi Ayeshiro. Yeah, okay, yeah, this is cool enough. Okay, so after this, after you've done this, you move to your URLs, and then in your URLs, all you need to do is from Django dot URLs import parts, very important. Okay, so we also need our view here, so we're going to do from dot import. We are referencing our view here, views. Okay, very good. So we have our URL patterns, Django. So be very careful, everything is small letter. URL patterns equals to, okay, I want to create some parts here for our routing. So we have parts. First argument, since you are using user, I want to make it empty so that once you get to the on the development server, so the first thing you are seeing is the home page. So okay, so the second argument is going to be our view, calling that function. We're going to call this views.home page. That's the name of our function. Okay, we call it home page. Okay, we call it home page, and then use name. It makes it easier when you are using when you begin to move from pages to page. So we're going to see importance of this later. So let's call it name. Okay, all right. So here we go. Think we have a problem now. Okay, so I'm going to do the same thing for our booking. So let's go to our booking. So yeah, so let me just come to our views. Okay, let me say book now. This is just an example. Okay, book rooms. Okay, requests. Okay, so we have return render. Okay, first parameter is request, so don't forget that request. So we've not created our HTML. Let's call it rooms. Okay, let's call it rooms. Okay, we're going to start with booking. Don't forget, start with booking /room.html. Okay, cool. So we're going to create our template here. So create a template folder, templates. Okay, so from here we are going to have another folder created, call it booking. Okay, from here we are going to have our file. We're going to call it room.html. Save. In your room here, I'm going to create just let's make it one, just h1. Okay, so our room services is awesome. Yeah. Okay, so definitely if I try to run this on our development server, it's not going to work. So let's go to our URL, our routing. So the first thing is from Django dot URLs import parts. Then we come to from view. Okay, from dot import referencing view, since they are in the same directory, views. Okay, so here we go. So we can say URL patterns. Okay, patterns, you have this. Okay, so you have your parts. In your part, the first argument is Okay, so let me just make it, I'm going to make it, I'm going to put anything here. So I'm going to call our views now. Okay, view dot book something book room. Okay, then we are going to name it, give it a name of rooms. Okay, this is just a demo and to show what is happening. Okay, we can see the error has gone now. Okay, so everything is working now. So I want you to take note of this. In my, for this, these are major, the Django projects. In the URL, we are starting with, let's start with the users. There's nothing here. Okay, as you can see, there's nothing here. So that means if I go here, it should actually display what is here. So this is what I'm saying, referencing this user. So you can see that here on my user.urls, there's nothing here. So what I'm expecting to see is the home page. This is what I'm expecting to see. Okay, so let's go to our templates so that we can see. So I'm expecting to see this. Okay, so let's go. Let's click. Can we see? Hello, my name is Femi. Are you sure? That's cool. That's cool. Okay, right? So the next thing we are going to do now is to check for our booking. So by the time we go to our booking also, here is our booking. So first thing is go to your settings. In your settings, you see your URLs, you see booking. So it means you're going to have, after this URL, you're going to have slash bookings. Okay, so you're going to have slash bookings in this URL. And then if you go to your bookings, the URLs folder here, there's nothing here. So let's go. So what we are having here is going to be slash booking. So let's book slash booking. Can you see our room services? So our app is fully working and it's fully functioning and we can actually proceed. Okay, so I'm just going to start copying stuffs from the ones I've done before because of our time, and all I just wanted to do is to explain how. Okay, so I'm just going to start to copy things from here and show us how I went about it or how to go about it. Okay, so I'm going to start with my user. Okay, so I'm going to start with my user. So now the basic thing I did here was to I have in my template. In my template, I have another folder called user, which I have done here. As you can see, let's minimize this. So in my user, I have my template. Okay, and I have my users. Okay, so I have a template folder. I have another folder called user. So here is where I'm going to place the things I need. Okay, so what I did here is to create a base template. Okay, this is a base template I'm using across the platforms, across all the pages. Okay, so I can actually extend it. Okay, so I can actually extend it across my multiple pages. Okay, so the first thing I'm going to do here is come here and create a base template, a base HTML. Okay, like I said here, I'm using Bootstrap for my development. This is what I did for my Bootstrap. You can go to their website, Bootstrap. Okay, come here on your Bootstrap. Come here, copy this. Okay, and you're good to go. Okay, so this is what I do. This is what I did. Okay, so let's minimize. Okay, so I'm just going to copy this. Let me just copy this. So I copied that and edited some stuff from it. Okay, so let me just copy this, copy everything and base, copy and bring it here, paste here. Okay, so let me explain what I've done so far here. So what I've done here is to load static. I'm loading static because of my styles, which we are going to see very shortly. Okay, so we have our styles, static CSS. Okay, I'm having a little issue with some things. That's why I have it here. Normally, you're not supposed to have it here. Create a file. So I've done that, which I created a file, a folder static, and I have my styles, my images, and everything there. So whenever you are using your CSS, your image, and everything, so it's important to make reference to this. So you have to load static. It has to be on top. Okay, so these are, I'm using photo some points for the display. Let me go back to my development server. Where are you? Okay, so let me run Python manage.py run server. Okay, so what do I want to explain now? Okay, so yeah, this is, I'm able to achieve this by using Fort Awesome. Yeah, I did this using Fort Awesome. Okay, so here we are now. So I using Fort Awesome. This is my Fort Awesome because of time. Yeah, this is my Google form, Montserrat, and then this Bootstrap stuff like that. So this is a nav bar. Okay, so this is a nav bar. You can get this nav bar from directly on their website. Go to Bootstrap, come to Bootstrap here, come to their nav bar. Okay, so click here. So you have different things you can use. You can copy any of this and use it in your project and customize it. Okay, so back to our project. So that's what I've done here. So basically, let me extend it. So what I have here is I have my startup, I have my HTML, okay, I have my font awesome, my fonts, then I have my here, I have my navbar here. Okay, so there are other things I'm going to explain later here. So actually, you can use href that you can see. I'm saying curly braces, percentage URL home. This home I'm using is a function of the URL that was a function of this. So it's very important that you put your name and put the name so that you can use it in your app. It makes work very easy. So back to where we are. So we have this. So this is basically my nav. Everything I've done here is to customize my nav. Okay, which you can actually do. Okay, so we'll get to this. This is authentication. This is when you are actually logging. So if you are not logging, these pages are hidden. The only thing you are going to see is this. Okay, so let's go back. Let's go back to my app. Back to my app. Okay. Here we go. Here we are. Okay. So this. Now you can see that if I log out, now what I'm seeing is I'm seeing this login, and it's because of this that I've done, which I'm going to explain. Okay, so I think that is that for now, and then my block tag, my this, and okay, so these are just to make it easy for me to reference my other apps. Okay, so here I have the user, I have the home HTML. So I'm going to just copy this. I'm going to copy Control A. Oh, sorry, that's wrong. Control A. I like copy everything. So let me just copy Control C, Command C. I'm on Mac. Okay. So I'm coming to my home. I'm going to paste everything here. So let's get rid of this. Paste everything here. So what I'm having now is, yeah, I'm having extend my base. So I'm extending that base. I'm extending this. Okay, like I said, I'm going to use this across multiple pages. So that's why I'm having it in a separate HTML file. Okay, so I'm extending this. I have to load my static because of my images and pictures I'm going to be using here. Okay, so I have my blog contents. So basically, this has taken care of the headings and the nav bar for me. Okay, and so I have my carousel here. This is my carousel. Okay, what you are seeing here, okay, this display you are seeing here is here. Let's go back. Okay, display it. So this is where it is. Okay, this is where I have it. Okay, I've done some customization to suit me. So now you see something very important here is let me make it so have something here which is include booking room underscore base.html. Yeah, so what I did here is I'm talking about these aspects. Okay, so what I did here is let's go back in my bookings. Have my template also. Just decide to make this like this. Okay, so I have my templates. Okay, so before we get to that, I think we should just go there so that we have our stuff working properly. So let's go to our booking. This is my booking. In my booking, I have two templates. Okay, so I am just going to creative. Okay, I have rooms. Okay, so let me create another file. Let's name it. Okay, let me extend this a little. Okay, or minimize room. So let me just create this. I have room underscore base dot html. Okay, so I did this so that I can use this template across multiple platforms. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to command A and copy. So by the time I copy, I bring it here. So I'm going to paste here now. Paste. Okay. So I'm going to paste here. Okay. I'm going to paste here and I'm going to paste here. So, okay, so I'm going to paste here. I want to be sure that the recording is going on well. Let me sure the recording is going on well. So, okay. Okay, so now I have it here. So in my hostel management, don't mind me. I have my, what do I have here? There's a mistake here. Wow, it's a mistake here. So let me reverse it. So let me go back to my room base, and let me just copy everything myself. So copy everything. So I think I've done that. So Ctrl C. So let me come back to this place. Paste. Yep. Let me be sure that I've done the right thing. Okay, 115. Okay, so now I had to copy because of our time and we don't really have time. So what I did is to load static. That's the first thing, and then now, okay, so I have my room here. This is where I have my room. Okay, so I have everything here in my room. Okay, so what I'm going to do here in my room is to extend it here. Okay, so that is to extend it here. So let me go to my rooms. So let me just copy this, come to my room and paste it here. Okay, so let me save. Okay, so I want to see if I think I need to do some URL. Okay, so what I've done here is to extend this. Okay, so I'm extending my base. Okay, this is room actually. The room we are talking about here is this. Let me show you. The room we are talking about is here. Okay, this is room. You understand? So we have the navbar, and I'm actually extending this same base from this app. Okay, I think I might have to put them on a global level later. So, where's my, okay, user. So this base here is what I'm extending. The base here, I'm extending it here in my room. Okay, so, and then including my booking. So the booking here is included here. I did it such a way that I can use this room base is a template I'm using across. I'm also using it in my home. So I have it in my home here. have it in my home here. Okay, so I have it included here. So what we are having here is this. Let's go to our app. Let's go to our main app. So what you have here is when you come to your home, you are seeing the rooms here now. So you can click on it, takes you to the room page. Okay, so instead of duplicating the same content, have it in a separate file, reference across the two pages. Okay, so let's continue and let's see what we have. Okay, so back to the user page. I'm going to work on my views now. Let's go to the views. Okay, let's get to the views here. So what's our views here? Okay, so this is what we have here. We have a couple of things here, and I'm just going to copy what I have here and explain what I have here. So let's copy everything. So copy. Let me bring it to my views here. Okay, if I copy, okay, I've copied. Let me just paste everything here because of our time. Okay. Okay, so we have our views here. Okay, so our view is set. So what we need to do is now is we're actually going to use a form. So in using a form, we have to create that form file. These are users. So let's create a form file here. Let's call it forms.py. Okay, I have form.py. Wow, form.py. So let me come to our user. What we have in our user here, our user, we are going to have, let's come there. Let's pick up the form. I'm going to explain this one after the other. Don't like that error I'm getting. Okay, so this is what we have now. So this is what we have for our form. I'm save and save. Okay, so back to my view. So let me copy for the URL. From there, I just pick up some explanation. I'm going to be explaining URL. So let's pick up this. Just pick up everything. Okay, so this is for the user. Okay, let's come back to our user. Let's come back to our user URLs, and then I'm going to paste everything here. Paste everything here. So this is what I have here. Okay, so what we are going to do now is I'm going to be explaining what I've done now. So okay, so let me start from the view, which has our logic. So the first thing is, let me start from the so what I did is, since I'm still working on the app, I have the home, takes in the parameter of requests. I have my context, some things might go in there, return user.home, which renders the home page, which renders everything we are seeing here. Okay, so this is everything here is being rendered here. Back to this. Okay, so this controls everything here. So the home page you are seeing here has a URL, is a URL. See, there's nothing here. So this is the template. Okay, so we're having it short because of, we are extending the base inside the home, and then I'm including something here. I'm including the booking underscore base.html here. So everything here is actually here. Okay, so let me go. Let's move. Let's proceed. Okay, so back to our views. Okay, so we have a lot of things here, and we have the login user, we have the logout user, the register user, and so three things I'm going to be explaining here. We have the logout user, login user. Okay, this is a function that controls the login. Okay, we have the logout. I write a function that controls it. Okay, the dev user register. So you save here, and let's go. So this is what we have. We have the login. We have the register. Video. So I have registered. So I can register. This is where I can register, do my registration. Okay, I have login. Okay, I have a login page. So I have I log in. So if I go to my login, okay, I can actually, if you don't have an account, you can sign up. Okay, so this is where you sign up. Okay, once you sign up, you log in, and you know, for instance, I can put Femi like I did earlier, my password, and then I can log in. You can see that a couple of things has been added here. Make payments, log out. Okay, there's a change. I can make payments directly now because I have signed in, or I have logged in. So if I log out and go back to my home, I can't make payment. I have to either log in or sign up to make payments. Okay, so that's for the authentication. Okay, so I'm going to go to my form. Okay, so what I did here is to use a user creation form given to us out of the box by Django. Okay, that's for that. Okay, I think the URLs are the various parts that we have for this is the login. Okay, so this is the login, the logout, the register. So they have their different parts, and I think I need to create another file. Let's get here. So okay, fine. I need to create a login register, login underscore register. So I'm coming to my user here. Okay, login underscore register. Don't even know why I'm using .html. Okay, login underscore. So let me see if the name is correct. Okay, let's see if the name is correct. Okay, just give me a minute. Okay, so sorry about that. I have to change the environment. Okay, so creating my login underscore register. Okay, so still the same method. Let me come here, copy. I'm going to copy this. I'm going to copy this. Let me just Command A, Command C on Mac. Just paste it here, and then I'm going to save it. So have my forms here. Okay, so I'm using the user creation form. That's why I'm having it here like this. So, and save. Okay, so what I've done in this template is to extend the base HTML that gives the headings, the navbar. So, and then I'm saying if the page is equals to register. So if the page is equals to register, this is what I'm going to have. This is what it's going to bring in. It's going to bring register user. So you have your register user. Okay, bring the form. Okay, so if the person already have an account, you can see sign up here. You understand? So you can sign up, or you understand? So this is what I have here. Okay, so here are just options. Okay, so what I'm having here is this. What I'm having here is this. Okay, so takes you have this. This one is this. It's from here to here. This is the first form, and to this saying sign up. I'm also having sign up again. Okay, I think I'm not supposed. Okay, so I'm having sign up again. Okay, so this is this, while, okay, this actually should be already have an account, so it should be log in. Already have an account should be log in. So let me just correct it now. So already have an account should be log in. Yep, log in. Okay, so cool. So what we have here is time I refresh now. Expect to see changes. Wow, what's happening? Why am I not seeing changes? Okay. Okay, so this is what we are rendering, still the former app that we are rendering. So actually going to speed up this login. So I have, so already have an account, so login. So come back to our environment and refresh. So you can see login. So you register. Okay, when you come to this page, register. If you have registered before as a customer, receptionist, as staff, if you don't have account already, so you can just click login. So it brings you to this page, and in this page you can actually log in into the system. Or if you are here and you don't have an account, you can actually click sign up. It brings you back to this page. Okay, so I'm going to continue. So that's all for this. I'm going to go back to my app. I want to cross check to make sure that we have done what we are supposed to do. So we have our templates. We have how many templates here? We have about 3 templates here. So for the hostel, let's check here. Okay, so we have our 3 templates. Okay, what else now? We have our form. We have I think everything is set. Okay, I think everything is set. So let me just click here. Okay, this is our, okay, okay, so why I'm not having anything here is because I have not created my static file. So what I'm going to do here is come back here, and in my root directory I'm going to create a static file where we have all our images and everything. So so now let me just explain the concept behind the static file. So what we have in the static file is create a file. I created a file in my root directory on the same level. I call it static. I have my images are there. I have my styles, it's there. Okay, so you can have your JavaScript here. So, and then I think that is all. Okay, so what I'm going to do is to copy. Let me go to my, copy that and bring it in. Okay, let me copy it. Static, where are you? Okay, so let me just copy. I'm going to copy this, copy static. Okay, copy static and then bring it into this place because of our time. Paste it here. Okay, yeah, so paste it here. Okay, so cool. Now, so what we are going to have now is, the next thing we are going to do is to go back to our settings. Let's go back to our settings. Let's go back to our settings. Okay, so these are settings. So because of what we have done, we need to go to our settings and make reference to our static. So I have to copy this because of limitation of time. Okay, so I'm going back to my settings. My settings is hotel now, so go back to my settings, come down to this place, settings. So I have static URL, so copy this. I'm going to copy this, so save. Now at the time I save this, and I want us to go back to our app and see which is this. Okay, so This is the one I've done before. Okay, this is a new one we are working on now. So time I refresh now. Yeah. Okay, so we can see that our slider is showing except our room. And the reason why our rooms are not showing is because we've not actually worked on our rooms, okay, on our bookings. So let me go back to our bookings and then let's go to our views. Okay, so what else do I need? Do we need in our views? I think this should be working. I don't understand why it's not working. Views. Where is my bookings? Templates, rooms. I've done this. Okay, so let's go to our views. Okay, I think the name is conflicting. So let me just copy this and bring it right here. Okay, which one am I copying? Oh, let me just copy this. Booking rooms. Yeah, is what I call it so that it's not conflicting. Bring it in here. Is the one we are working on. So paste. Okay, and save. So let's go to our URLs. Let's make sure that they are still okay. So let me just copy. So what we have here is booking rooms. So let's just change it. Okay, save. All right, we have save. So let's there's an error, getting error. Wow, booking rooms. I shouldn't be getting any error now. Yeah, not supposed to be getting any error. So let me stop and start again. So Python manage.py run server. Oh wow, model booking.view has no attribute booking room. Okay, booking room has no booking room. Wow. Okay, this has to do with our oh okay. Let me go back to okay, so could be the problem here. Oh my god, my safety is pretty problem. Yep, okay, so I guess it was not saved. So let me run the development server somewhere else. Okay, I'm going to close all my, let me delete this terminal. Let's come to our browser. Let me close this. Okay, so I have the terminal. Here's the terminal now. So let's run our terminal again. This is our hostel management. So let me just do Python manage.py run server 7080. So don't want anything that will conflict. We're going to run our migration very soon now. Okay, so now our booking is still not showing. Okay, our rooms is not showing. Okay, I think there's something you're not doing right. Okay, so for our rooms, let's go back to our rooms. Okay, get back to our rooms. Wow. Yeah. So getting back to our rooms, let's try to check our rooms. Booking database, HTML. Are you not sure? Are you not sure? Trying to look at why is it not showing. You should be showing. Take the pictures, the static files. Everything here. Okay, so let me go to the page settings. Here's my hostel settings. Come to my settings here. I have my settings somewhere here. Okay, my settings. Okay, let me put this here. So under my template here, I'm going to do this to put it here. Here's my template. I'm going to reference my base. Guess it's not seeing this templates. Okay, so let's see what we have now. This is surprise. This is not showing up. Wow. Everything is working except this rooms. Wow. Okay. So let's go to the rooms again. Booking. Oh. Okay. Okay. URLs. And views. Wow. Okay, so guess I'll go back to my go back to the hotel, check my settings. Something I need to include here that I have not done. Oh wow, wow, no wonder this is not working. So my media, I'm going to bring it in here. Where is my hotel settings? I have it here. Copy, bring it here. Have it working now. Save. Let's try this again. Okay. Okay. See everything. Alright, this is not working. Wow. Okay. So this does we have here. Okay. So I'm going to just continue with this. So we have it everything here, and like this. What I want to bring in is to bring in the payment that links to the pay stack. Okay, so we have it here. We have the payments here. So we have a template, we have the initiate. These are the two templates that we have. Okay. It's extended here. Okay, okay. This is standalone sheet. This is what we have as a template. We're going to be seeing this shortly. And then we have our forms. These are forms. We have our models. Okay. And then we have a separate file created paystack.py. You can get this from the paystack documentation. And then we have our URLs, everything included here. Okay, so we have our views. Okay, so our views function to initiate payments, taking in requests, and suppose requests are okay. So processing the whole operation. So I think I'll just have to show us how this works. Like I said, you have to log in. So when you log in, choose this guy. Have his password 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. So it's login. So you can proceed to the payments. Put in the name, put in this, put in the email, and you have the amount, and you can go on like this. Okay, so you can select the options that you want to go on with. Okay, so guys, still working on developing more features on this. Sorry, this is not it. Okay, and still work more on the models and another aspect of the project. Okay, so thank you and God bless.